How to build a study routine.
Topic preview. Audio and captions begin shortly. Ever wonder why your brain treats your phone like a magnet, while your textbook feels like a lead weight? To break that phone gravity, you need to build a sanctuary where your focus switch can finally flip. Instead of fighting your biology, sync your hardest tasks with your natural energy peaks and try teaching what you've learned to make it truly stick, and let a solid night's sleep handle the rest.
You check your phone, like 96 times a day?
At least, yeah.
But here's the terrifying part. Even if it's powered off, face down just sitting on your desk, that piece of glass is actively draining your cognitive capacity.
Right. It's literally eating up the exact mental fuel you need to actually learn.
Well, welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, our mission is to basically deconstruct the science of learning and figure out how to build a study routine that actually works.
Right. We are throwing out that whole punishing 6-hour library marathon aesthetic.
Yeah, because if you're relying on brute force willpower and like a color-coded highlighter, the research says you've already lost before you even open a book.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, willpower is finite. When your phone is visible, your brain is expending precious energy, constantly making the subconscious choice not to grab it.
Wow.
Yeah, you're actively suppressing an urge, which causes cognitive fatigue.
So it's like having a background app running on your laptop. You can't see it doing anything, but it's quietly eating up your RAM and, killing the battery.
That is a perfect analogy. So the first step is completely removing that friction. You have to create a deep work sanctuary, which means putting the phone in phone jail.
Like in another room entirely.
Exactly.
Right.
You are preserving that cognitive battery for the actual work.
Mm.
And to reduce the friction of starting even more, you need a pre-study ritual.
Like what?
Making tea, taking 3 deep breaths, just something physical and repeatable.
Wait, so is that basically just Pavlovian conditioning for focus?
Spot on. It's a cue.
Yeah.
You completely bypass that mental debate of, should I start studying now? Because your body already recognizes what the tea means and just automatically shifts gears.
Okay, so the phone is banished, our cognitive battery is full, and the nervous system is primed.
Yeah.
But the actual studying shouldn't be a marathon, right?
Definitely not. You want to schedule around your peak energy. For rote tasks, standard Pomodoros like 25 minutes on and 5 off, work great.
Right.
But for creative stuff like writing an essay, you want to use flow time. That's where you just work until your concentration naturally wanes.
Got it. But the real trap here isn't time management at all, is it? It's the illusion of learning.
Yes, this is huge. Reading a textbook or highlighting feels productive, but passive reading doesn't actually encode information.
It just makes you familiar with the font.
Exactly. To really learn, you need retrieval practice, doing a 15-minute blank page brain dump, or using the Feynman technique.
Which is explaining the concept out loud like you're teaching a child.
Right, because teaching forces you to strip away all the jargon. You instantly hear exactly where your own understanding falls apart.
I gotta admit, though, doing that feels awful compared to just rereading a chapter.
Oh, it feels terrible. But cognitive scientists call that desirable difficulty. The harder your brain works to retrieve a fact, the thicker the myelin sheath grows around that neural pathway.
Wow, so the struggle is the literal mechanism of memory cementing.
Yes, and this is also why the sources recommend interleaving, which is rapidly mixing up different subjects in one session instead of just blocking out 3 straight hours for math.
Wait, hold on. If I'm trying to master calculus and I suddenly switch to the French Revolution, isn't that just going to give me mental whiplash?
Oh, it definitely feels like whiplash.
Yeah, I mean, rather than deep understanding.
Well, it forces your brain to constantly load and unload different analytical frameworks. By continuously switching gears, your brain has to pay much closer attention to the underlying differences between problems.
So you're training your mind to adapt, not just blindly parrot a pattern.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
feels incredibly frustrating, but it nearly doubles test scores.
Okay, so we are actively seeking out the struggle. But knowing we have to do the hard thing makes actually starting even more daunting.
And that is exactly where you use the 2-minute rule. You commit to studying for only 2 minutes.
That sounds almost too simple.
It does, but it completely bypasses the brain's anticipation of massive effort. Once you start, the initial dread evaporates, and you almost always just keep going.
It's brilliant. It tricks the brain by proving that starting is like 90% of the battle. And if you miss a day, you don't spiral right, you just recalculate.
Yeah, you treat the routine as a reusable template. It's about identity-based habits. You aren't trying to get good grades, You are the type of person who studies consistently.
That identity shift is huge. But all these techniques mean absolutely nothing without the ultimate hack: 8 to 10 hours of sleep.
You cannot skip this. Sleep is the actual mechanical process of learning.
We're not just talking about feeling rested so you can focus better tomorrow.
No, not at all. During REM and deep sleep, your brain is actively doing synaptic pruning. It's clearing out the junk and consolidating the exact neural pathways you built through that desirable difficulty.
So if you shortchange your sleep, you're literally interrupting the physical wiring of memory. Pulling an all-nighter is biologically counterproductive.
Completely. It is entirely about working with your brain's natural machinery rather than fighting against it.
Quality of study time matters far more than quantity. Put the phone in jail, embrace the struggle of retrieval, and let your brain do its wiring in your sleep.
That's the formula.
Hi, thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Bye.